YouTube, what's happening? What's happening today? It is 12:41 here, and yes, this video is a day late. This is my Q&A video. I normally make these videos on Sundays, but I was very busy yesterday. Had a lot of stuff going on, and get that. Hold on, let me adjust this a little bit. Get this up there to my map of the world. All right, so I was a bit busy yesterday, so I couldn't get this video up in a timely manner. So we're gonna go ahead and knock this out today while I have time before my sessions. So I have a total of 38 questions. Well, I have a total of 38 comments. I'm not sure how many questions are there out of that 38, but I'm going to answer all of them in this video. So it may take about 40 minutes, 50 minutes, maybe an hour. I don't know. But let's do these questions here. But I almost forgot. Before I do that, I need to shout out my Patreons or my Patreon peoples. Now I have these people in my description. Well, there's one person. Never mind. Okay. So these people are mentioned in my description area of my video. And I'm just gonna give a shout out to all of them here. This is part of the one of the perks of being a Patreon member. So I'm gonna start from the top. So Mr. FELIX, Jean FELIX MONIN, he was actually a winner of the most recent raffle. Shout outs to him. We have Mr. Wassel, Daniel Wassel from the UK, and we have this person. I remember they told me they don't want me to say their name on the camera, so you know who you are. KNAPPER, Steve KNAPPER, Daniel Pendergraph, MCVEETY, and you're actually, if you're watching this video, MC, you're a winner of, you're the second winner of that raffle that I did just recently. So, and I haven't heard anything from you. I sent you a message over on Patreon. I haven't heard from you, but just contact me when you get a chance. But yeah, if you didn't know, you won the raffle, the recent raffle, the second winner. We have Drew G. We have Rémi Belleau, Hassan Elbana, Simp, Vishwanath Putagunta. Now this guy, again, the raffle before the one I just done recently, you were the second winner of that one, and I haven't heard from you yet. So just contact me when you get ready. I sent you a message to let you know about that as well. Ryan Ford, TREVOR McVitie, and then who else? PER. So those are my followers for Patreon. I appreciate your following. I appreciate your support, and let's keep getting this money. All right, so without further ado, let's get to the questions and answers. All right, so like I said, I have a total of 38 comments, and I'm going to answer all the questions out of those 38 comments. So let's see what we have here. Okay, I'm gonna start from the top. So first question from NTRHTP. He asks, Moses, do you ever have your dreams in another language other than English? This is a good question. I've gotten this question before. Absolutely. I mean, it's random too. I've had like I had some like you know how dreams be, how weird they be. I'll be at like a random place, and I'll just be talking to somebody in one of those languages. Either it's leveling up, it'll be a level up experience, or some other random experience. But I've had that happen several times. Yeah, I've had that happen several times, and it's interesting and fun at the same time. You wake up from it and you be like, oh man, I just leveled up. I was leveling up with someone. I don't want to do it again. or I should have recorded that, man. I should have recorded that. That was epic. But yeah, I've had that happen. I've had that happen several times. Someone responded to that. I'm sure he does. I dream in all the 4 languages I know. For example, if I dream I'm talking to my cousins back home, I would speak Arabic. If I was dreaming about school, I would dream in English. Yeah, it's pretty random. pretty random, but it's enjoyable at the same time. All right, so we have a thanks for your question, NTR HTP. If you have any other questions, post in this video, and I will answer them in next week's Q&A video. Here we go. What is his name? Palabra. I'm gonna call you Palabra. Palabra. So greetings, Moses. Thanks for answering my question. What languages do you think in? By the way, my name is Danilo. Do you only think in another language when you're talking to someone in that language? I usually think in Swiss German, my mother tongue. What are your experiences? Take it easy, man. Thanks for your question again. You say your name was Danilo? Yeah, thanks for your question. If I'm not doing anything, it depends. If I'm not doing anything language related, if I'm just off the subject of language learning, I don't really think in other languages. I've never had that experience when I was just thinking in other language if it's not on the topic. Now, when I'm working on language, depending on what language it is, I'll try to think in that language. Depending on the level of that language, I'll try to think of some things in language, and I even do like a talking to myself and thinking of some certain thinking of things to put together in my head and then say it out loud. I've done that, absolutely. But like I said, if I'm off of the topic of language learning, if I'm into something else, I'm not even thinking about languages at the time. What else? Oh, you asked me another question. Can you do a video in which you speak your 50 languages, maybe for each language, 20 to 30 seconds? I would love to see that. Take care. You know what? I'm not gonna tell you what I'm gonna do, or you guys. I'm gonna do something. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to be doing something, and it's going to be epic. I'm not going to say anything, but yeah, something is going to happen, and something's going to be done in relation to what you just said, and it's going to be yeah. I ain't gonna say anything. I'll let you guys wait and see. Okay, and I'm not gonna give you a time of when that's going to happen, but it's going to be interesting. And you on the roll today. Okay, this is another question by Danilo. He said, I want to learn Korean. Is there just one Korean script? I do have to deal with several alphabets, or is there just one? I mean, in Japanese, we have 3, right? Hiragana, katakana, kanji. Stay healthy. Yeah, Korean only has one script. They also do the hanja, which is the Chinese characters. You can learn that, but they don't. The Koreans don't really use that. I think you will see Chinese characters in mostly some books. You'll see it pop up in newspapers. What else? Yeah, I looked in a Korean newspaper, and I saw like real basic Chinese characters like just pop up randomly, but you don't. It's not required to learn those Chinese characters for Korean. So if you don't do that, then you'll just be focused on one alphabet. How hard is Korean? Reading, pronunciation, writing, and grammar. Korean, I think it's difficult. I would say if you're a native English speaker, or any European, anything that's not, let's just say native English speaker or Spanish or whatever. Japanese is difficult grammatically, okay, because the word order is backwards. So it's going to take some time to get adjusted to that. Then you have to get adjusted to particles that they use, and that's something that takes time and a lot of practice. I'm speaking from experience. I had a lot of problems with the particles, and it took a lot of practice to get used to that, used to those. But I would say the grammar, yeah, definitely the grammar. Of course, the writing, pronunciation is not bad. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait. Hold on. Okay, we're talking about Korean. Yeah. So grammatically, I would say, yeah, that's right. I was thinking about Japanese, but you asked me about Korean, but I mean those languages are very similar. But I would say pronunciation is tricky, and it's actually even more hard than Japanese, although they're arguably similar languages, But I would say the pronunciation is a challenge at first, but it's doable. The writing is not bad because, like I said, you only have one alphabet. Once you learn how to read and once you learn those letters, you'll be good. It's not, that writing part is really, really easy. So it's really just the grammar and the pronunciation. That's all. That's the only thing you have to worry about. You know. There's oh, you have another question. I just went on your website and discovered your FLR method course. What does FLR stand for? Can you introduce us to your course? Did you do these yourself? What does it contain? Great question. Great question. So let me give that a thumbs up here. I'm gonna give all these a thumbs up. All right, so basically FLR, okay, so FLR stands for Foreign Language Road Running. Foreign Language Road Running. And I came up with that name, man, I don't even remember, it's several years ago when I really started getting into creating the course. And I called it like Foreign Language Road Running because it's really, everyone knows what a road runner is. It's from that cartoon and how fast he is. And that road running just represents how the road running represents how fast you can learn things in a short period of time. Now, a lot of people talk about fluency. Can you be fluent in this? You know, it's not about being fluent in 1 month, 2 months, 4 months, 3 months, and 6 months or whatever, you know, because it takes time to become fluent in a language. But my method, the way it's created, it allows you to learn things rapidly versus like if you compare it to a formal language course. Okay, now if I sit down, like, you know, I'm not about trying to race anyone or trying to compare myself to one, but I'm gonna just use this as an example. If I sit down, okay, take me and someone else who is learning in a university or a formal way, give us 3 months. Give us 3 months. Let them use that method, that way, that traditional way. Let them use that, and then let me use my material, and then we'll see where we are at the end of 3 months. And you're going to see that my progress is going to be huge. It's going to be tremendous compared to this person over here. Not that I'm smarter than this guy or whatever. It's the method. It's how things are learned. It's your approach. You know, that's just the way it is. And I learn things rapidly because I don't spend time on things that I can't use, especially when I'm interacting with a native speaker right away in the early stages. I don't spend a lot of time on that. So that gives me more time to focus on what's more relevant. You know, you see what I'm saying? So that's why I came up with that name. As far as introducing my, you know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do for this video? I'm gonna and I should remember, what time is it? 12:55. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to dang, how can I do this? Because this video already is going to be pretty long. No. Actually, this is what you can do. You said, can I introduce you to the course? Go to my channel, put Laoshu 55,000, and put in what is it? What did I title this video? I haven't made them. It's been a while. But title, like, it's something like review, FLR review. Put in FLR review, and you will see these videos that I make introducing the course that just got translated. I just kind of go through it and show people, let them hear the audio and whatnot. Do a search, and you'll be able to find several of those videos I've made. I haven't made any lately, but I made a lot. So go to my channel, search that. Do like FLR review or something like that, and you will see these reviews that I made. Okay, that's what you can do. Did you do these? Yeah, and then you asked me what does it contain. Again, when you search for the video, you will see everything. I'll go through everything that's included in the course. You will see that. Okay, thanks a lot for your questions, Danny Lowe. I appreciate it. You're very active here. All right, next question. Omar Lorenzo. Hey Moses, I love your level of videos. I wanted to know your opinion on which language is more difficult to speak, Korean or Japanese. Also, what is your opinion on the app Hello Talk? Welcome to my channel, Omar. Appreciate your question. Yeah, I appreciate your support, watching the level up videos, and other videos that I make on my channel. Korean and Japanese is funny. We just talked about these two languages. I think if you want to talk about pronunciation wise, I would definitely say Korean. Korean is more difficult when it comes to pronunciation, but grammatically they're the same language, like literally the same language. Like they have particles, they have the grammar is the same. It's SOV, subject, object, verb. You basically speaking backwards. I mean, it's the same grammar. I will say this: if you learn, let's say if you start learning Korean first, okay, you get to a pretty good, a nice level in that language. When you make a transition on learning Japanese, you're going to see how easy that transition be, because you especially having a good foundation with the grammar, because Japanese grammar is the same. It really is. So that's the only thing I would say. Pronunciation, Korean pronunciation is more difficult than Japanese, hands down. Thanks a lot for your question. Oh, you asked me like, also, what is your opinion on Hello Talk? Hello Talk, 2 thumbs up, 10 fingers up. Nah, Hello Talk is awesome. I use Hello Talk every day. It's such a useful application. I tell people every time that they need to take advantage of this, because it's just, you don't have to, they give you all these options. Okay, you can speak in the microphone, you can use text, and you have these other options. You can favorite like expressions. You can, that application is excellent. And that's one of my tools that I use to practice languages. It's on the phone, and if I want to practice something like Romanian, I just turn it on. I just log in. I just find some Romanian people, send them messages, and we just practice Romanian. It's great. I love Hello Talk. I really do. I appreciate your question. Excuse me, Omar. You take it easy. And if you have any other questions, just post them in this video that I'm going to post today, and I will answer those questions in the next video. Let me see. All right, next question is by M Court. So I learned grammar first, then the verb, and now an adjective. Do you think this will work for me, or do you think this is the best method to learn a language? If it works, I don't learn like that, but I will say if it works for you, if you feel comfortable learning like that, then I will continue doing that. I would never tell anyone to stop doing that and do what I do, because I know it's different. I know everyone's approach is different. I wouldn't do that. So if you feel that that's working for you and it's really helping you and it's fun, I will continue doing that. Whatever is fun and whatever is fun and keeps you motivated, keep using that approach. Just keep going. That's what I would tell people. That's what I would tell people. Someone that asked me that question, I will tell them that. All right, M Court, thanks for your question, man. I wish you the best on your language learning journey. If you have any other questions, post them below, and I will answer them in the next Q&A video. All right, Napo, I'm gonna call you Napo. My questions come after this background information. Okay, let me see. I noticed and experienced a lack of vocabulary or teaching vocabulary for doctor visits, body parts, illnesses, anatomy, and intimate moments such as bathroom, shower, etc. when learning a language. I find it a bit strange, but at the same time necessary to talk about your body and the language that you're learning. Also, I noticed that although I can speak many languages, I still lack communication skills for activities such as doing laundry, shopping, going to doctor, hospitals. I have been practicing picking up vocabulary when I need it, but I find it difficult to use the vocabulary while in the midst of doing these actions. To be more clear, I can go to a restaurant, order my food in Spanish, and go to the laundromat and identify certain vocabulary words. But if someone calls me in Spanish while I'm doing the laundry, I find it difficult to discuss what I'm doing, although I do know the vocabulary. What advice would you give on how to acquire vocabulary for intimate moments with the body? And on another note, how can I improve my quality of conversations when people ask me what I'm doing? I know a lot of vocabulary, but I just cannot seem to speak as fluently as I would like to. I hope you can grasp what I'm trying to ask you. Thanks. All right, Napo, great question. I totally understand where you're coming from with this. I would say you definitely, what it sounds like, I'm not, it sounds like you don't have daily conversations with someone. You need to have that daily conversation. And what I mean by daily conversation is just have a couple friends, someone whom you can talk with via Skype or phone, and you guys just have just regular talk about regular stuff, like just normal stuff as you would in your native language. You know, if I call my friend on a phone or a family member, when we talk, I'm just asking, hey, what you doing, and you know, what's going on today, blah blah blah. You know, you need to be in that type of situation very often so you can get used to whatever's being spoken about. Now, you could also what you could also do is get a course or something with you know, because when you get a formal course, they have a lot of situations. Just kind of go through the course, you know, read dialogues, listen to them, and take notes of whatever, you know, useful vocabulary that you find very useful, and try to apply that in a certain situation. Just practice it so you can, you know, solidify it so you can remember it. But you need to really, it's really important for you to have someone who you can speak with on a daily basis. Because if you have a friend and y'all go out, you're talking every day, the conversation is going to be different every time. It's not going to be the same. He may ask you what you know, hey, what are you doing right now? Then you have to explain to him what you're doing. And if you can't explain, if there's something that you can't say, then you can perhaps ask him how to say it. Then he can explain to you, you know, how to go about using that word or expression, what have you. So that's my advice. That's what I would do. You have to make friends, and you have to speak with them very often and be put in situations, because you haven't put yourself in them situations to be able to speak fluently, you know, with that type of vocabulary. So I hope I answered your question thoroughly. And if you have any other questions, just post in this video and I will answer again. Thanks for your question, Napo. All right. Next question. George O'Neill. Hey Moses, my name is George. I'm 18 years old. I am from New York. First of all, I love watching your videos. You always put me in a great mood. My question is, I am learning Spanish, but I am autistic and have trouble remembering a lot of vocabulary. What would be the best way to learn? Thanks so much for the time. By the way, if you ever come to New York, you can probably get billion languages in. Love you, Moses. Keep smiling, stay awesome, and keep learning. Peace, love, happiness. All right. Thanks for your question, George. Thanks a lot for your support, and I hope you're staying warm up there in New York. I know it gets cold here, so I know it's worse up there where you are. Yeah. Awesome. 18 years old. That's when I started. I was that age when I started getting into languages. Just like how I explained to the previous commenter, the previous person that posed his question, I think it's really important to have these interactions with native speakers. And Hello Talk, since that came up, that can be a really great resource. If you just get on there and talk with someone freely, and then certain words you don't understand, certain words that you would like to know how to say, you can save them, you can ask them, and you can take note of them. They even have an option on there where you can you can type sentences, and the native speakers will come there and correct them. They will correct them, and if there's something unnatural, they will tell you what's more natural. And see, you can put that in your notes and use that on the next native speaker. See, that works like a charm. I use that every time. Not the writing part. I don't write very often, but the fact that just talking with them and just, you know, trying to put sentences together and being corrected and being advised that what you're using is unnatural, that's priceless. Like you learn a lot of vocabulary like that. Or you can get a course, and a course that breaks down, you know, they have dialogues, they have a grammar section, you know, you can use something like that. That will help with vocabulary. But I think what really gets you up to par is practicing with a native speaker. Now, I know it's painful. It's going to be painful, but you gotta endure that pain and go through that process in order to acquire certain abilities in that language. You know, you can't run away from that when you're trying to acquire vocabulary, especially in a real life situation. There's no other shortcut. I mean, there are no shortcuts. I mean, the only thing that you can do is just get someone, meet with a native, talk with them, and learn from them. You can read too, but I think having someone, a real native, is very effective and more effective versus reading some book or something. You know, and I'm not taking it away from books. Books are good as well, but I'm telling you that having that native is going to help a lot. Because when you talk with that native, they can you will be able to not only learn vocabulary but also learn what's more natural. That's important, learning what's natural, because books, if you learn from books, you may sound too formal and unnatural. You know, I don't know how many times I've had this problem. People telling me that, oh, you should say it like this. It's understandable. People will understand you, but it's not natural. That's what they will say. And I'm like, oh, I just learned that from this book. Okay, whatever. Okay, I'll listen to his native because he knows what he's talking about. Him or her, they know what they're talking about because it's their native language. Okay, but yeah, and yeah, I will be going to New York. I don't know when, but that's going to happen. I got plans. I got major plans. Trust me. All right, thanks, George, for your question. And if you have any other questions, post them in this video, and I will answer them next week. Next question. Moses, I definitely think you're at least C1 in Mandarin. You really do speak fluently with a great range of slang and vocabulary. Thanks. I appreciate that. I don't really like to use the word fluent, you know, but I let people speak, you know, especially native speakers. They know what they're talking about. They'll be able to say if you're fluent or whatever. But I don't really, when it comes to that stuff, I don't put labels on these languages. I don't put labels on them like that. I don't do that. I just have fun. Stay having fun. Thanks for your question. Oh, actually, you know what? That's not even, I don't even know I read that. That's he made a statement. That's not a question. But anyway, let me see. Let me see. Okay, so Retz, next question. Let's read your question. Let me thumb that up real quick. Hey Moses, I just recently found your channel and started watching your level up videos. They are excellent. What do you do when you have a hard time finding certain languages? For example, I'm working on Italian right now, but the vast majority of Italian Americans do not speak Italian. Thanks from Colorado. Thanks a lot for your question, Rhett, and welcome to my channel. And I appreciate your support watching my videos, my level up videos, and other videos you have watched on this channel. Yeah, normally what I do, if I have a problem leveling up in a particular language, I will have to travel to a different place. I will travel, and especially considering the type of content that I'm providing for my followers, I would travel to another state, another city, you know, of course, provided that I have the funds to do that. You know, I'm in a good financial situation, but I would travel to a different state. I will go on the internet first, and I will look where those people are highly concentrated at. Excuse me. And I will get some phone numbers, you know, of places that look interesting that I'm sure I want to visit. I'll call them, and I won't come out right away and ask them, do they speak such? I'll talk to them for a little bit. I'll make something up, and then I hear for the accent. And when I hear the accent, and I say, oh, I'll make a comment, say, oh, I love your accent. Are you from, you know, Serbia or something like that? Depending on what language I'm looking to practice. And if they tell me that, then that's a confirmation that they speak that language there. I won't level up over the phone. I won't do that. I just call to get that confirmation before I go all the way there and be disappointed that they don't speak that language. So I won't go anywhere unless it's confirmed that language is spoken there. I call several places, and once it's all confirmed, then I'll make my trip there. That's how I do. That's what I would do. Also, if you can't travel, again, the internet is good. Applications such as HelloTalk. HelloTalk right now is the best application you can use for practicing a language. It's the best, hands down. It's the best. I mean, that application is too good. If you don't know what HelloTalk is, you need to check that HelloTalk out immediately. It's really good. Really, really good. But anyway, thanks for your question, Rhett. Wish you the best on your language learning journey. And let me know if you have any other questions. Post them below in this video, and I will answer them next week. Groks. Groks. Great. Okay, so Groks. Great video, Moses. Have you got any tips for learning Russian vocabulary or any Russian specific learning tips in general for that matter? Thanks a lot, James. James, welcome to the channel. This actually goes hand in hand with the previous commenter, the guy in New York. He asked me, how do you go about learning vocabulary? It's pretty much the same, you know, and I'm pretty sure you heard what I just said. I'm not going to repeat it. But it's pretty much the same. It go hand in hand with any language. Doing that same thing, you can acquire some good vocabulary doing that. Thanks for viewing, James. And if you have any other questions, let me know. Post in this video, and I will answer them in next week's video. Okay. Let me see. Y'all seen Wisconsin? You trying to get those Hmong ESPs, aren't you, Moses? Oh, I replied to you. You already know, man. That Hmong and Somali up there are heavy contenders. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that Wisconsin. You already know. That Wisconsin. Oh, yeah. Let me see. Amy. Hey, Amy. Amy, how you doing? I see you. I've been seeing you very often on my stream videos. Okay. Hey, Lao Shu, I'm currently learning Mandarin and I'm struggling with tones. How do you manage to remember the tones of every word you learn? Thank you. Okay, Amy, I'm going to thumb up your question. Now, let's get to the bottom of this. Same approach. The same approach is applicable to learning a tonal language. That approach is you playing with that language. Don't have to worry about grammar too much. Just play. Listen. Putting sentences together, trying them on native speakers, and listening to just listen. Now, when you play and you just play with the language, don't care about the grammar at first, just putting sentences together, using them on native speakers. When you do that, you actually absorbing the grammar. You are really absorbing the grammar. So if you do that over a certain period of time, you are inadvertently learning grammar. I mean, that's just how it is. And then, like you say, let's say about 6 months go by, you go get a grammar book and you start reading something, it will make sense to you. Why? Because you practiced enough of that language. 6 months is a long time for practicing a language, especially if you're doing it very often. So when you go get that grammar book and start looking, dissecting certain things, you're like, oh, okay, I've been seeing, oh, no wonder. Oh, you see what I'm saying? That's how it works. That's how it works. I'm telling you, it's beautiful, but you have to be patient, and it's not easy. Now, and I say it's not easy because if you're used to learning a certain way, like I was like that too. I wanted to go run out when I was learning, like especially Russian. I wanted to get a grammar book and try to understand certain things, but you can't do that at the beginning. You can't do that unless you study linguistics or something like that. I mean, it's really a difficult approach doing that. But your tones, listening is this is the same thing. Don't worry about, oh, is this first tone or is this second tone or is this? Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. If you listen. Now you can pay attention, like say you listen to a dialogue and normally they will have the ping and they will have the tone. You know, what you can do is understand, try to understand how those tones sound, how the first tone sounds, how the second tone sounds, how the third tone sounds, how the fourth tone sounds. Do that first. Okay, do that first, and then just listen. Listen to dialogues and then pay attention to the word and say, okay, I see them marks. That's what it sounds like. Now, I will say this. Listen to something like a dialogue. Listen to that many times. Okay. You will get the rhythm. You'll start picking it up. And when you go back and look at the pinging with the tones and you say, oh, that's first tone. Oh, okay, I heard it there. It's like magic. Try it. But again, you have to be patient and you have to do it so much. Okay, you have to do it very often. Just do that. And then, of course, you want to try to sound it out at the same time and just practice with native speakers. It's not going to be perfect, but I'm telling you, if you keep doing that and then you practicing with the native speaker, you're going to get used to it. That's how I got used to it. I mean, honestly, when I first started learning Chinese, my tones were horrible. My tones were horrible because I didn't really study them. I didn't care about the tones. I wasn't even paying attention. I would just learn the pronunciation. I learned how to pronounce the X's. I learned how to pronounce the C's. I learned how to pronounce all those letters, the Z, H, I, and all that. I remember how to pronounce all that stuff, and my tones were off. But those Chinese people, they were able to understand me because of context. Now, if I said an isolated word, I may have a problem. They probably wouldn't understand me because you have like 5 or 6 different meanings for that particular word. But when I said the sentences, put it together, they understood me every time. And see, back then, I didn't do a whole bunch of listening, and I wasn't aware. You know, I was totally unaware. I was just trying to hurry up and learn certain things to speak with the native speakers. But try that. Give that a try, Amy. Give it a try. You'll be all right. Thanks for your question. Thanks for joining the stream. I've been seeing. I think you joined all my streams. I think you did. And if you have any other questions, you can post it in this video, and I will answer them next week. You can ask me in the stream, of course. Yeah. Take care. Wish you the best. Next question. A lot of your videos, let me see. A lot of your level up videos, the reactions are priceless from the locals, from the local seeing you speak their language. What's the funniest or most profound reaction you have received yet? You should do a reaction compilation video. I bet you'll get a lot of views. You know what? Man, I have so many. Okay, first of all, Timothy, thanks for your question. I hope all is well. I haven't been to your channel for a while, but I remember who you are. Man, going their own way. I remember who you I remember who you are. You know what? I had so many great experiences, man. I don't know what has been the most profound. I can only like remember, man, wow, they've all been great. I remember this one time I went to this Iranian restaurant, and this guy, there was a Somali guy in there. This was like at the beginning of my Somali studies, and I was trying to level up with him in Somali. And then like the guy, the Iranian guy, he was at his register putting the money in. And see, I didn't realize it at the time because I was there talking to the Somali guy. But when I went back and watched the video, man, I played it back so many times, and I was laughing so hard. It was so funny the way that Iranian guy reacted. When I was talking to that Somali guy, the Iranian guy, he had paused and his face was like this. The whole time he didn't blink. He didn't even blink. It was so funny, so funny, so funny. I had a lot of great reactions, and you know what? I think I am gonna get a compilation video of that. Yeah, because I had some wonderful reactions. Yeah. Thanks a lot for your question, Timothy. If you have any other questions, just post them in the video and I'll answer them next week. Okay, who's the next one? Let me see. Okay, that's not a question. Let me see. Where we at? 39, 40, almost 40 minutes. We doing good. We doing good. Oh, we doing good. Let me see. Oh, Catherine Estes. Okay. So, Catherine, she asked me, would love to know Macedonian. What course did you take? What language material did you use? I'm finding it hard to find learning material for that language. Okay, thanks a lot for your question. Let me thumb that up. real quick. All right, thanks a lot for your question, Catherine. Welcome to my channel. I've never seen you before, but welcome to my channel. So Macedonian, two resources I've been using the whole time since studying Macedonian. So my main resource is FLR Macedonian. Now I don't have that on the website, but I have all the material translated. I just have to review it and then put it on the website and all that good stuff. But I have that course. It's all translated. I use that, and I use another course which I can't remember the name of. But basically that course, it was a formal course and it had dialogues. And basically I use that for my writing, and I listen to the dialogues as well. So those were the only two courses I used. And then on top of having a native speaker on Skype. So we practice using the FLR material, and I use the other material for my writing practices and whatnot. And I use Hello Talk, but Hello Talk, I didn't have a lot of experiences speaking with a lot of Macedonians there. I think I spoke with literally like 4 people. And then I downloaded this other program called Tandem. I spoke with a couple Macedonians over there, but mainly it's been with my partner on Skype. And again, we use FLR Macedonian. We use FLR Macedonian was the main course we use. And you're right, it's really hard to find research for that language. The resources for Macedonian are scarce. Very it was very difficult for me to find some supplemental materials. This formal course that I have was actually sent to me by one of my followers, and he got that from a Russian website. You see, Macedonian is it's just one of those languages that you can't really find a lot of resources for. But that's what I use. So if you have any other questions, let me know. What else? Yeah, if you have any other questions, just post them in the comment section, and I will answer them next week. Okay? Let me take a drink of water real quick. I'm almost done. All right. Here we go. Let me see what's next. Okay, Stoyans Dezalikov. Hey, why are you learning Macedonian? I am from Macedonia and am learning Dutch. Mi se to pajat tvoje videa napravi video a kako zboruvaš makedonski. Welcome to my channel, Stoyans. Zdravo živo zdravo. Što ima? Yeah, why am I learning Macedonian? And then this person, I don't know if it's a female or male, but they said, I like the video where you spoke in Macedonian. Yeah, the video I made, that I guess my first video I made in Macedonia, they said they liked that. Why am I learning Macedonian? You probably, I know this comment was made last week, but as you can see, I love learning languages. I don't have a particular reason why I'm learning Macedonian. I don't plan on going to Macedonia anytime soon, but I'm a curious individual when it comes to learning different languages. I'm very open to learning new languages. I look at language learning as a new experience for me. And as you know, experience is a great teacher. You can learn a lot through those experiences. You know, it takes someone like me to know. Yeah, it takes someone like me to know, because I have a lot of experience going through different languages. So yeah, that's why I'm learning. I'm just curious. I love learning languages. There's really no crazy reason for learning that. But thanks a lot for your question. If you have any other questions, post them below in this video and I will answer them in the next week's Q&A. All right, what else we have? Što drugo. What else? Let me see. All right. Hey Moses, I'm Roger from Catalonia. I would like to know the secret of learning so many languages, because you and I know there's a secret, the mind secret. Thanks. He said the mind secret. I I don't even know. I try to give as much tips as I can in my videos, but really I don't have any secrets. You guys see what I do. That everything you've seen me, everything you guys have been seeing me do over the years, that's what I'm doing. I did change some things, of course, as time went by. I mean, that's called growing, advancing, evolving, whatever you want to use. But for the most part, I'm just pretty much doing what I've been doing. It's the core of it is the same, really. I got to get this book written. I know. Once this book get written, you guys can sit down and you can enjoy it and really soak it in. All right, what's next? Patti. Hi, Moses. Since there are so many questions about languages, I was thinking about asking something more common. In which countries have you been? Which one was the best? By the way, sorry for my English. I'm learning it for 6 years now, and love your videos and streams. Oh, your English is wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Perfect. I said wait to. Welcome to my channel, Patti. Where are you from? I'm assuming you're from Czech Republic. Welcome to my streams. Welcome to my channel. All right. So I've only been to, what all countries I've been to? I've been to Korea, Japan, Taiwan, and if you want to count Canada, I'm gonna count Canada because I need a passport to go up there. They won't let me in Canada without a passport, so I'm gonna consider that another country. Which country have been the best? I don't know. Like, that's hard to say. It's really hard to say because when I went to those countries, the enjoyment I've had, the experience, all of the experience I've had in all those countries have been pretty much equal. I felt the same in all those countries. I think it's just beautiful being in another country outside of your very own country, and having that experience is very fruitful, and it's a hell of an experience, and it's an eye opener, because a lot of people have certain perceptions of different countries, and it's really important. I would advise anybody to go to a different country, just have that experience, to just see how these other cultures are, how they live, the difference and all that stuff. I mean, at the end of the day, they're human beings like we are, but everyone has their very own culture. They do things differently, and I think it's important to have that type of experience to experience that, just to see for yourself. So when you hear something about this, then you be like, oh, I don't know about that. I have my own experience. I know how it is. Okay, because it's dangerous if you've never been to a country before, or have never met anyone from that country, and then you hear this about this country, you hear that, then it's dangerous because you don't know. You just take you take that and run with it, and then you believe it, and then later on you meet someone from that country, you ask them, and they say, oh, that's ridiculous, that's not true. So yeah, I think all the experience have been the same. I love all the places I went to. I haven't been to Europe yet, but I will be making my way over there soon. So Patty, thanks for your question. Thanks for my channel and streams. If you have any other questions, post them below, and I will answer them as thorough as I can in next week's Q&A. Okay? Take care. Cookie, since you were so good at Czech, would you say, oh, he gave me a tongue twister. Okay, I'm gonna do this tongue twister for you. It's strč prst skrz krk. Strč prst skrz krk. There you go. How'd I do, Cookie? All right. Okay, this is the last question here. Let me see. Is that really the last question? Look, I'll say it about 50 minutes. Yeah, this is the last question here. By Axel. He said, hey, I love your videos. They are great. I have a question. I am a 20-year-old Swedish dude. I started losing my hair when I was 17, and I'm basically bald now. I think I still look good and all, but I just wanted to ask you what your experience was when going bald. Okay, yeah, I think I started going bald when I was 23, 24, 23 or 24. I started going bald. When I started going bald, I had dreadlocks. They weren't very very long, but right here in this area is where when I had my dreadlocks, I noticed I started losing hair over here, and it wouldn't grow. And I was like, why my hair is not growing right there? I would not grow. Like, I had hair there, but it was very short and it wouldn't get long. And that scared me. I'm like, oh man, I might have to cut my dreads off. So another year or two went by, and I noticed that it was getting like that over here in the middle of my head. So I just got my hair cut. I started getting real low haircuts, like fades and stuff. And then I went with that, rocked that for a while, and I noticed the spots. It's like, you know what, I'm just going to go bald. So I just start cutting all my hair off and just rocking the bald head. And I love the bald head. It's I feel good. It feels very refreshing. It's easy to do. You don't have to go to a barbershop. Just get you some nice clippers. Shave it off, and then you got your lining going on here. But yeah, it's not bad though. It's not bad. It's just that when I had my dreads, that it was a bit scary, because I really was serious about growing dreads. And once I noticed that spot there, I said, okay, well, that's it for dreads. It's a wrap. So I got rid of my hair. But all right, man, or everyone, those are all the questions from last week. So as usual, as I said before, if you have any questions that you would like me to answer, post them in this video, and then I will answer them next week. Now, like I said, I normally do these on Sundays, but if I get busy with something, then I will do it like a day after, like on Monday or something like today. All right. Okay, that is it. You guys take care, and thanks for viewing. And is there anything else I need to say? Yeah, and the level up video, I still got to add the subtitles to this to the footage that I had in my live stream. And be patient, it will be coming. All righty, that's it for this video, and thanks for viewing, and you guys take care. Peace out to everyone.